Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is sleep deprived Mark. I haven't slept in a very long time. I don't know why. I'm just like that. But we're going at you today with the top 10, technically 11 because there's an honorable mention, manual cars that are still fun to drive for less than $10,000. Most of these you can find under 5K too, but some of them aren't, so I'm just going to say it's under 10K so nobody yells at me. But yeah, we got it for under 10K. Also, guys, I've been mentioning it in the most recent videos, and you guys have been doing great on it. But we have over 70% of you that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, if you just forgot, maybe, just click that subscribe button. Help your boy out. If you don't want to, I understand you don't have to. It's, you got free will. You can do whatever you want to do. But if you want to subscribe and support your boy, I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. All right, so coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be the Ford Taurus SHO, or SHO, buddy, whatever you want to call it, which is quite literally the next Ford Crown Vic, and nobody talks about it. Really kind of blows my mind, to be honest. They're used as police cars here in America, and they are quick. All right, they have to be quick to be able to catch the bad boys. They come with a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6, making a very nice 365 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. Now the police ones aren't going to be a manual transmission, but if you buy one for yourself, then you can get them as a manual transmission, and that is just so gosh darn radical to me. Also, these cars are a bit more expensive than normal. They are definitely not going to be found under 5K, but I mean, they are a newer car with a manual transmission and over 300 horsepower with a bunch of newer technology in it. So what did you expect? It's still a bargain deal. It's just not as good as under 5K. Also, please don't buy it in gray. Just don't, please. Next up at number 9 is going to the beautiful BMW Z4 E85, which is a car that is so underrated. Two underrated cars back to back, my good friend. Even I don't talk about the Z4 enough on my channel, and it kind of blows me away. If you like the Z3, which let's face it, we all like the Z3, then you will love the Z4. They come with a 3-liter inline 6, making a nice 215 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And now that horsepower may not seem super high, and that's because it really isn't. It's not the quickest in a straight line, but the car is very light, so that's all that really matters. This thing will handle like a gosh darn pro. If you like Miatas, well, hey buddy, German Miata. They also look incredible to me personally, but that's just my opinion. You might not think they look good. I think they look great. Just imagine pulling up to a car meet in one of these though. You are the coolest guy out there if you do that. Look how cool these freaking things are. Next at the number 8 spot, it's my favorite spot, is going to be the Volkswagen GTI Mark 6, which I'm not the biggest fan of just because I'm not a huge hatchback guy, but I still understand that they are great, especially for their price range. I understand that, okay? This one comes with a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4, making only 215 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive. But the big takeaway from these GTIs is not that they are fast, because they really aren't that fast, at least not stock. You can make them faster though, but stock, they're not that fast. But the takeaway is that they are just one of the best daily drivers for an enthusiast out there. They just have a bit more pep in their step than a normal car, but they still have the reliability and the gas mileage, and they have a lot more comfort too, actually, than a normal car. So and it has all the space too, because it's a hatchback. So that's the best part of it. It's a daily driver for a car guy. Number 7, however, is going to another just banger that is just truly never talked about enough, and it kind of hurts, to be honest. I promise this isn't meant to be an underrated cars list. It just so happens to be that way. It is the Volvo S60R, which has a bit of a cult following for it just because it's a Volvo, but nothing that's actually super crazy. Nothing like Ford Rangers. Those guys scare me. It comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 5, making 300 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. And if that doesn't sound like a good freaking time to you, I don't know what does. They don't look the best, I will be the first to say it, but they just kind of have that boring, just sedan look to it. But they have that prestige to them. It really shows you why people love these cars so damn much. Also, the added bonus of being all-wheel drive with a manual transmission and a turbocharger with 300 horsepower, especially for you winter folks, it's a big plus. Coming in at the number 6 spot is finally going to the land of Japan with the Nissan 240SX S13. Yes, we are talking about an S chassis, and we're calling them cheap. I know it's crazy, but hear me out, partner in crime. Everybody always says that these cars are so much more expensive than they are. Don't listen to them. They're not that expensive. They come with a 2.4 liter inline 4, making 144 horsepower. Lots of 4s there, and it was rear wheel drive, obviously, because everybody and their mother drifts one of these things. But they can be good for just about anything, not just drifting. And if you increase your budget a little bit more, you can still find clean examples under $10,000 all day, every day. You can even find decent examples under 5K still. I found a bone stock one with only 100,000 miles for 5K. I think it was last year, to be honest, but I almost bought it, but I got the Z instead. So just be patient though if you're looking for one of these cars. If you need a 5K S13, it can happen. Just be patient. Don't buy a clap box. Halfway through the list at the number 5 spot, and it is another Japanese little rocket. All right, the Acura TSX, which I just learned comes with a damn K series. Okay, I was looking it up to do research on this video. I always knew they came with a good motor. I never knew it was K series. I was very surprised. It comes with, obviously, a K series. A 2.4 liter inline 4, making 201 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive. And that motor is the K24 Z3, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Honda boys, but isn't that the same motor that comes in the Type S RSX? I think so. And if it is, that's good news for you, because that motor is incredible, friend. If you want a bit of a sleeper, this is a great choice. Just slap a turbo on it, gab some Hellcats. On top of that, it's an Acura, so it's still kind of comfortable, reliable, the whole damn package. Next up at the number 4 spot, however, is going to kind of the opposite of the last car, to be honest. It is the Mazda RX-7 FC. Why did I say it like that? Which stands for freaking cool. Sure, you can make these things fast, but that's not what they're really known for, and the engine in them is honestly questionable, to say the least. You know why. It's a 1.2 liter 2-rotor rotary engine, making a nice 160 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. But since it's a rotary, it's not the most reliable, so a lot of people actually swap the motor with something like an LS. Yes, they fit LSs. I know it's kind of crazy, or some sort of Honda motor. Those are the ones that they usually do, a K series or B series, because they just take it like a boss. But this is another drift chassis that is getting to be pretty overpriced, so if you want one, get one while you still can. This is nowhere near as reliable as the TSX that we just talked about. I'm not saying this is a good daily driver, but it's a fun car, and that's all that matters. Third place, bronze medal, my good friends, goes to another Honda, because I bought an Integra, and now I think I'm a Honda boy, and I kind of love them. It's the Honda Prelude 3rd generation, the one with the pop-up headlights. I love it. To be honest, both the 5th and the 4th generation are good choices as well, but I want it to be a little bit different, so here's the 3rd gen. It comes with a 2-liter inline 4, making a very small 109 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive. But if you get a better model, pretty sure it's called the SH, or it might even be called the SI, actually, for the 3rd gen. If I remember correctly. But either way, if you get that model, it makes some more power, so hope isn't lost. It's still not going to be super fast, but it makes a little bit more. Also, I don't know if you've been paying attention in history class, but this is a Honda, so that number can literally like triple overnight with just like a turbo, and literally like not even an expensive one either. You can buy an eBay turbo for like $90, and you can get like 300 horsepower. It's a Honda. Second place, however, is going to a German car. We just had like a little streak of Japanese cars. Well, we're back to Germany, baby, and this one gets no love because it's kind of ugly, and I don't want to hear anybody tell me I'm wrong there. It is the Audi S4 B6, which is kind of crazy, to be honest. It's really fast, and I did not know it was this fast. Comes with a 4.2 liter V8, making a ridiculous 344 horsepower, and it was obviously all-wheel drive, but not just any all-wheel drive. No, buddy, that is quattro all-wheel drive for you, so you can go anywhere that you want. And also, I don't think you heard me correctly, but 344 horsepower, that's pretty insane for less than $10,000, and it's a car that's like somewhat, you know, cool. Like, yes, it doesn't look that good, but it doesn't look bad either. And if you got 344 horsepower to back it up, who's going to talk bad to you anyways? Now, I do want to say really quickly that these V8, you know, Audis might not be the most reliable, but hey, I don't really know. There's something else. I can't really defend that. They just aren't that reliable. Honorable mention time, and it goes to a little bit of a cheat code, but I just had to do it to him. You guys know me. I'm Mark Roden. I do these things sometimes. It is literally just any street bike out there. As long as it has 1000cc, you're set. Now, I want to make it clear, this is not for a high schooler. Do not buy one of these as your first vehicle. I don't want to hear that you paralyzed yourself because your crush was watching you pull out of the freaking high school driveway and you decided to try to do a wheelie. I don't want to hear that. So if you're like new to vehicles, do not buy one. But if you're a bit more mature, you want a fun little weekend toy, these things are obviously amazing. If you just want to go fast in a straight line, if you want to handle corners amazingly, have an amazing time, pop wheelies, take cool videos and pictures of stuff, it's nothing like a motorcycle. First place, however, gold medal of this list is a little bit biased for sure, but I just can't help it, man. It is just such a good car. It is the Nissan 350Z, and yes, I do have one, but that's because it is a good choice for just about anybody, all right? Like, they are just a budget enthusiast car through and through. They come with a 3.5 liter V6, making a very decent 306 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And they have everything, bro. They got a limited slip differential from factory. They're rear-wheel drive. They're 2 seats, but they honestly have plenty of space. Like, Trust me, there's a lot more space than you would think in a Z. It handles like a dream. Sounds really good in my opinion. A lot of people don't agree with that though. Has good power, looks amazing to me. Also, everything for them is pretty damn cheap, and the car is reliable as hell. Mine was mistreated its whole life. It was like freaking Amber Heard's child, and it still does what I want it to do most of the time. It's great. I freaking love it. Buy one before they become like $20,000 minimum though, because people are kind of starting to overprice them already. So buy one now, but once you buy one, you won't go back. They're just amazing. And they got a 6-speed. Most of these cars on this list, well, actually, most of them do have a 6-speed, but some of them only have a 5-speed. This one has a 6-speed, so it's even better. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of 10, technically 11 vehicles, because not all of them are cars, with a manual transmission that you can find for under $10,000. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. In terms of the Integra build, still got parts coming. We're waiting. On top of that, once I get the parts here, I want to do it with my friends. It adds like a little bit of a, like when I remember when I would watch TJ Hunt or Adam LZ or Jimmy Oaks. Whenever I watch those guys, it's the part that makes it so enjoyable, I think, is the fact that he's there with all his buddies and they're just having a good time. So I kind of want to do that and show you guys like me and my friends, and maybe it'll be more enjoyable that way. So I am waiting for parts on that. On top of that, it is Christmas, so my budget's a little bit low because I'm trying to buy everybody a bunch of things right now. So we're working on it though. This is the Integra build. Don't worry, it's not you know, not putting it on the back burner. It's still right there in the front. So for anybody that is really interested in that, it's still coming. Also, I just want to say thank you guys really quick for the unbelievable amount of support on the like what makes it great series that we've been doing recently. They're pretty much the deep dives. I just renamed them because I thought it would reach a wider audience, and it looks like I was right because you guys are kind of blowing up those videos. The Infiniti M45 one, you guys love that one, so thank you. Let me know what other cars you want to see a deep dive on. The next one's going to be on the BMW 2 Series, but after that, I'm open for suggestions, baby. So let me know what you guys want to see a deep dive on, and we will we'll get it done. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania. Have a nice night.